Today we are going to do your quiz review for 4.6-Cramer's rule. Remember, my quiz reviews look very similar to the quizzes, so the format should be similar and the type of problems that you're seeing on this should be similar to what you see on your quiz. So there's 6 problems here. They're all going to be systems of equations that we solve using Cramer's rule. So we're just going to start with the first one. So the first thing I need to do is solve for my determinant. And that means I need to fill in my x column and my y column. So 1, 2, 3, -5. And then I need to do my multiplying. 1 times -5 is -5, minus 2 times 3 is 6. And simplify that, that would be -11. Okay, now I need to find dx. So I'm going to take out the x column, replace it with what's to the right, -6 and 7, and then fill in my y's. And then I need to multiply the diagonals. -6 times -5 is 30, minus 7 times 3 is 21. And simplify that, I'm going to get 9. Then, to solve for x, is dx over d. So that's going to be 9 over -11. And we want to simplify that in lowest terms, and that is lowest terms. So x is done. Now I'm going to find dy. So that means I'm going to keep the x column, so 1 and 2, take out the y's, replace them with -6 and 7, and now multiply the diagonals. 1 times 7 is 7, minus -6 times 2, which would be -12, so this would end up being plus 12, and 7 plus 12 is 19. Then to find y, I need to do dy over d, so that would be 19 over -11, and that is already in lowest terms, can't be reduced. And then final answer I need to write as an ordered pair, so -9 over 11, comma, -19 over 11. Make sure when you're doing your quiz and stuff, your work is all organized and you put a box around your answer so that I'm able to find it easily. Okay, number 2. Same scenario here. I need to find d, dx, and dy in order to find my x and y values. The first equation, though, is not set up correctly. Remember, I need to have my x's, my y's, and my constants all lined up. So I need to rearrange that top equation. So that means I need to add 4y to both sides. So it's going to be x plus 4y equals -18. And then this other equation, I'm just going to rewrite underneath of it. Okay, so the first thing I need to find is my original determinant. So I'm going to use my x's first, 1 and 2, and then my y's, 4 and -3. Multiply the diagonals. 1 times -3 is -3. 4 times 2 is 8. And then -3 minus 8 is -11. Okay, now I need to find dx. So I'm going to take out the x column, replace it with -18 and 8. Keep the y column, 4 and -3. And I'm going to multiply the diagonals here. -18 times -3 is 54. Minus 8 times 4 is 32. And that is 22. Okay, and then to find x, I need to do dx over d. So that would be 22 over -11, which would reduce to be -2. Okay, now I need to find dy. So I'm going to keep the x column, so 1 and 2. Take out the y's, replace it with -18 and 8. 1 times 8 is 8. Minus -18 times 2 is -36, so that would be plus. And that would be 44. So then to find y, I'm going to do dy over d, which is 44 over -11, which would reduce to be -4. And then write my answer as an ordered pair. That would be -2, comma, -4. next one, number 3. First thing I need to do is find the determinant. Everything is lined up, so I'm good to go. 3 and 2, -1, -3. 3 times -3 is -9, minus 2 times -1, which would be -2, so it would be +2. So this would be -7. And now I need to find dx. So I'm going to take out the x column, replace it with -1 and -10. Okay, -1 times -3 is +3, minus -10 times -1 is 10. So that would be -7. And to find x, it would be dx over d, which would be -7 over -7, which would reduce to be 1. And to find dy, keep the x column, take out the y column, replace it with -1 and -10. 3 times -10 is -30, minus 2 times -1 is -2, so it'd be +2, -28. And to find y, dy over d, -28 over -7, which would be 4. So my final answer would be 1, 4. Okay, number 4. Everything is lined up, so I'm ready to find the determinant. Okay, so this would be 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times -4 is -12, so it would end up being plus. So my original determinant is 24. Now I need to find dx. Take out the x column, replace it with 27 and 3. 27 times 4 is 108. And 3 times -4 would be -12, so it would end up being plus 12. So that would be 120. Okay, and then my x value, dx over d, which would be 120 over 24. And then I want to reduce that. And that would be 5. Okay, now I need to find dy. So keep the x column, 3 and 3, and take out the y's, replace it with 27 and 3. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 27 times 3 is 81. 9 minus 81 is -72. Okay, and then to find y, we do dy over d. So -72 over 24. And that would be -3. So then my ordered pair is 5, -3. Okay, 2 more. The x's, y's, and constants are lined up, so I can go ahead and find my determinant. 3, 7, 2, and 9. 3 times 9 is 27. Minus 7 times 2 is 14, so that would be 13. Okay, now I need to find dx. Take out the x column, replace it. Okay, so -16 times 9 is -144. Minus -33 times 2, which would be -66, would be positive. So -144 plus 66 is -78. So to find x, I'm going to take dx over d. -78 over 13. See if that reduces. It's going to be -6. Okay, and then dy. Keep the x column and replace it with -16 and -33. So 3 times -33 is -99. -16 times 7 is -112, so it ended up being plus. And that would be 13. So then y is dy over d, which would be 13 over 13, which would reduce to be 1. So my ordered pair would be -6, 1. And last problem. Find the original determinant here. 3, 4, -4, -7. 3 times -7 is -21. 4 times -4 is -16, so it would end up being plus. So I would get -5. Dx would be 6, 8, -4, -7. 6 times -7 is -42. Minus 8 times -4 is -32, so it ended up being plus. So it would be -10. So x would be -10 over -5, which would be 2. And dy, 6, 8, nope, 3, 4, 6, 8. 3 times 8 is 24. Minus 4 times 6 is 24. That would be 0. So y would be 0 over -5, which would be 0. So my ordered pair would be 2, 0.